Hi, this is Barbara Sherry Rose. I am really excited to share this with you. It's all about what makes you different from everybody else and how much your differences are really, really needed in this world. Just want to share with you a little bit. When I was very small, when I was a little girl, around the age of 4, I felt really close to God. And my mom used to take me to my Aunt Sarah's house. She was my great aunt. And she had a Bible in the house. And I used to go into my cousin's bedroom and sit there reading the Psalms at the age of 4, enthralled with the Psalms. And I mean, like, how many 4-year-olds are like reading the Psalms? I don't even know if there's another one. So it turned out that my very unique life purpose, which I felt so different from everybody else, not better, not less, just really different, and it felt really uncomfortable. Teaching everyone how to receive the higher answers and higher perspective from God by whatever name you personally use to transform your life. Your differences, what makes you different from everybody else, are your real reasons for being in this life. They're your greatest assets. Anything you view as a challenge, even if you have great physical challenges, there are the Special Olympics. There are people who break records in every field and in every area because you can take your challenges and transform them into triumphs. You could take your sorrow and how you look different and how you feel different and start a cause or a foundation or a movement, or collaborate with other people who are also, quote, different, but like you. Yet, who else can be you but you? Who else in this world can be the person that you are and make the difference that you came into this life to make? So it's taking your differences and embracing them and saying, okay, I'm different in this area. A lot of people can't relate. How can I take this and make this an inspiration? How can I make this positive to reach this segment of society who is seeking and searching or wanting to be inspired by you, by what you create, by your sudden ideas that you have, that all of a sudden you have a sudden inspired idea? That's when you take action. When you have a sudden inspired idea, you move it into action. And I just want to share with you about 8 or 9 steps of how to go about achieving something that you would like to achieve, starting from the very, very beginning. And the first step is decide. You have to decide, make a decision within your mind what it is you want to create, what you want to manifest, what you want to do. And you make that decision within your mind. Decide. The second is be willing. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes with dignity, honesty, and pure motives. Be willing to go through the difficulties. Be willing to have a learning curve. Be willing to feel uncomfortable when you're going out of your comfort zone into a new area. The third step is commit. You have to commit fully to your process. You have to be your own biggest fan and cheerleader. You have to be your own best friend. And it takes a commitment that you will follow through with in your actions. So we have decide, be willing, commit. The next one is let go. Let go of what other people think about you. There's this book that's like, what people think about me, or what you think about me is none of my business. What other people think about you are just based on the perceptions within their mind. There are plenty of people that think I'm completely insane. I used to think I was completely insane until I went to the psychiatrist because I wanted to know, am I insane? And it was like, no, you're not. You're normal. Okay? And when you follow through in your actions and You decide, you be willing, you commit, and you let go of the doubts, of the fears, of anything that is holding you back. That's when you can receive the higher perspective about what's holding you back and continue to move forward. The next one is wait. Have some patience, because whatever you set out to do might take some time for it to manifest on the physical level, for you to actually create the change and the transformation and the inspiration that you came into this life to make. And it is your deepest challenges that become your greatest triumphs. So we've decide, be willing, commit, let go, then follow. Follow your gut instincts. Follow through in your actions every single day. Take 1 to 5 steps in action, in physical action of what you want to do. It could be that you were in a horrible accident and they told you you'd never walk again, and you decide, I am going to walk again. Okay? And there are people who have been there and they did walk again. So you have to really follow through in your actions every single day. And then the next step is that you have an experience what it is that you first decided on. That it actually, you are in alignment, you're in coherence with yourself. Your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions are all perfectly aligned. And that's what creates inner peace. It's what creates real self-confidence. When what you think, feel, matches what you say and do. And you follow only what feels true to you in your heart. There are going to be naysayers. Of course there are going to be naysayers in this world. The world is filled with them. Pay no attention to them. Allow them their perspective while you simultaneously move forward in the direction that you came into this life to make. View your challenges as potential triumphs. When I used to cry myself to sleep in romantic relationship and all the self-hate I used to have that I had to transform into real, honest, pure self-love, my greatest challenges, it's like I transform them into triumphs by writing books. So it's like for every tear I shed, I'm getting book royalties. Okay? And I've shed a lot of tears. So I took my greatest challenges and transformed them into triumphs by sharing in public speaking, media interviews, radio interviews, TV interviews, seminars, private seminars, group seminars, books, audio seminars, videos, in any possible way that I can reach and uplift the masses. Because my little trade name here is Born to Inspire. So I want to inspire you from the bottom of my heart to know that what makes you so different is what makes you so needed. And if you view it from that perspective, and if you can find one other person on the planet who has been where you are now, and they have come through that challenge and transformed it into a triumph, contact them if you can, align with them, or even learn from them, be inspired by them. I didn't know anybody in the world that was like teaching people how to receive answers from God. You might call it source, creator, higher self, high self, whatever name you want to personally give. It was a deep, deep challenge, and I was petrified. I was petrified to move out of my comfort zone and be different and embrace that difference. But you know what? It has transformed and actually deterred countless suicides across the globe, transforms people's lives every day. And do you know that that means, that is so priceless to me, that work that comes from the bottom of my heart, that makes me so different, but sharing with other people, hey, you could do this too. I don't have a special gift. You can do this too. So I share that in my books and in audio seminars and in videos about the process of higher consciousness awakening, receiving higher answers. But I'm just giving you my thing as an example of being different. I wanted to fit in my whole life. I did everything I could to fit in with everybody else, to look like them, to act like them. I used to twist myself into a pretzel when I'd go into a new romantic relationship. Oh, if the guy liked country music, all of a sudden the next day I had 10 like CDs, or actually they were cassettes, in my car of all this country music. I would try to do anything and everything to be what I thought someone else would want me to be. That is a giant waste of time, and that's a really, really big mistake. You're here to be you. And you will find that there are supportive people who are supportive of you. You could start an online magazine. I used to have Inspire magazine. It was a labor of love. It was completely free. It was like super, super popular. But I collaborated with my colleagues and shared their book excerpts. I never viewed them as competition. I said, hey, we're all here to make a difference. Let's do it together. You can start your own business from home by what makes you different. You can join a club, you can start a club, you can start a foundation, you can start anything that you suddenly have a sudden inspired idea and say, hey, I'm going to do that. And you just take one step at a time, moving in the direction that is your true life purpose. And for most people, it comes from what we have gone through, our deepest challenges. It could have been a tragedy that happened, but those things strengthen us. Our difficulties strengthen us. They strengthen you. So I believe in you, and I would love to know that you watched this video and you said you viewed your challenge as a triumph, that that's your real purpose and that's why you're here. And it's needed. You are needed. Never ever underestimate yourself. Always say, hey, you know what? Maybe I am needed. Maybe I am needed. And no matter what you've been through in life, all of those are learning and growing lessons. We all have to go through much sometimes to come into our true life purpose. Some people don't. Some people know when they're like 3 or 4 that they want to be a doctor when they grow up, and they become a doctor. But that's okay too. Honor and embrace what makes you different, because that's what makes you needed. And you will come to find that you will be a true, real inspiration for other people, and most importantly, for yourself. So you just keep going. Keep going, and let nothing stop you. Let nothing get in your way. Set your mind to what it is you want to create, and know and believe that if it's backed with all of your heart and passion and determination, you picture it in your mind as it's done, as if it's already happened, and you'll just start to be connected to other people and other things. It could very well be this video, that something comes along across your path to keep you going, to give you that encouragement. So I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. Take your differences, turn them into your greatest triumphs, and just know that you're so needed. And thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for being here and sharing all of the gifts you came into this life to make. I'll see you soon.